especially with staffing, we tend to get hit first. What do companies do when they're not doing well? They let go of the contractors. But we're also the first to recover, because as soon as companies start doing well, they bring they hire and they bring contractors back. My husband had ended up with a substance abuse. I was very naive. I had never done a drug in my life, so it took me a long time to figure out what was happening. Once I realized what was happening, then had to get more involved with the company. What I realized is that he had been taking a lot of money out and not paying bills. Once I found out, then so I had to take over. I had to pay back a lot of people. We owed a lot of bills. We weren't paying taxes. But within 1 year, I had everyone paid back, and then actually ended up growing the business. My faith in Christ, and the strength that He provided me. There were many times that I sat in my office and I just said, I don't know where this is going to go. I don't know how, basically, how can I save this? And I just kind of threw up my hands at one point and just said, Lord, Jesus, take the wheel type thing. So my dad, he kind of told me what I was going to do, right? So he said, you're going to go to IUP, you're going to major in MIS, and then you're going to come work for me. He had an IT consulting company, and that's what he wanted me to do, to learn the business from the ground up. I don't know if I ever thought about running. It was, you're going to do this, you're going to work for me. And I was just like, okay. And that's just what I did. Okay. Having, what was so wonderful, my dad provided a runway for me. That doesn't mean that I was going to be good at it, that I was going to like doing it. So I just happened to, thank God, I actually liked and did well with, the path that my dad kind of set for me. In the end, it was the best thing.
So you have decades of experience hiring people, working with all the IT companies. What other areas you also provide staffing services?
Mm-hmm. So one of the great things that Mertech acquiring Gentech provided was an avenue to branch out and do other types of staffing. So prior to Mertech, Gentech was an IT staffing company. We only staffed for IT. Shortly after I was acquired, a client came to us and they said, hey, you are a long-term staffing partner. You've always done great in IT. We need help with customer service. We need help in the claims department. We need help in finance. And they just really opened the opportunity to staff in other areas. And Mertech having that kind of base, and having the base of recruiters, and Mertech had done kind of that type of hiring before. So we very successfully were able to branch out into other areas. And that's one of the things that helped us, I think, ride the wave of when technology hiring really,
very competitive, you mean?
Well, it's more like just not less competitive, and more that there was a lot less of it. Okay. So, whereas IT was 100% of our hiring, it's probably 50% at this point.
Yeah.
But if I would have said, nope, we just do IT, I don't even know where I'd be right now, to be honest. So it's kind of changing with what your clients need and desire, and being able to change, with technology, and just with what the clients need. And that's the other great thing about small business, is that, I don't have to go through a lot of red tape. I don't have to go through some big process. I just go to the owners and say, hey, here's what my clients need. What can we do to solve their problems? And then we go out and we do it.
Right. So also after you acquired Gentech in 2015, where the transition happened from Gentech to Mertech. Do you tell the story behind that?
Yeah, so Brian came to me in 2014, and so Mertech has they were headquartered in Cleveland at the time.
Okay.
And they wanted to expand. Brian and Ailish wanted to expand into Pittsburgh, and rather than competing against me, they said, "Why don't we talk about going into partnership?" And it was the best thing. I mean, it was just, that's another thing where, that wasn't something I planned for, that I said, well, here's my plans for 2015. Here's what I want to do. It just, it was an opportunity. It just happened. And it was great. It was a wonderful partnership, and it's been wonderful ever since.
Because like you said, previously mentioned, like from 2015 was a good time, like actually 16, 17, 18.
It was great.
So,
yes.
So like this is a good time for even Gentech, I believe so. Then why that decision happened? Probably you could have benefited more without them, or?
No, I think, again, it goes to that my dream wasn't to run a company.
Yeah.
I kind of had to provide for my family. And it was great. It started off scary, but I had a great ride. Mertech afforded me it gave me support that I didn't have. So, I was still doing sales. I was the only salesperson, and I'm running the business. So now Mertech acquires me. Now I can just sell. There's so many things that now I don't have to. All the running of the business, Brian and Ailish did. So,
this is like more focus on getting
absolutely.
Clients.
Yes. I would not have been able to grow the business in the way that I did until Mertech acquired us.
So, if not you're not into this business, what else you would be doing now?
Oh my gosh, I don't know. Because my dad always just told me what I was going to do, and I just listened. But I did like psychology courses in college. I think I would have ended up being a psychologist.
Yeah, psychology is one of the other important area. I think people like who run business also like psychology. That's one I observe, because you need to know read
people.
the people.
Yes.
So okay.
Yeah. That's what made my dad so great. He was really good with people, and I think he taught me a lot, how to interact, to truly care about people. I think that's, that helps make a good recruiter and a good salesperson if you truly care about the people that you're you're helping.
You are actually, because I worked for you for a bit, and I know you used to take for lunches, and I never been in the last 10 years or 15 years seen that. It's not many people. Yeah, I think maybe the COVID thing. So, what does commitment to the Western marketplace actually mean to you?
It's Western Pennsylvania. It's Pittsburgh that afforded me the opportunities that I have. It's the companies here that gave me the opportunity to staff for them, and though we are a national company, we have people and have placed people in every single state. But most of the companies that we hire for, most of our clients are still Western Pennsylvania, Ohio area.
Okay.
And so I owe a lot to the city.
So since Pittsburgh, Greater Pittsburgh is mainly healthcare. Do you get most of the business from the healthcare, IT, or
yes,
the manufacturing because of the merger? Okay,
correct. Yeah.
Okay. So I've seen you almost 10 years. What keeps you grounded? Keep going. Nowadays, where mental health is a huge crisis, and I feel in society women have more responsibility I'm not saying by option, but I think they feel more responsibility towards family, and when you add that with a job and a company is even more stressful. So how do you manage all these things?
Yeah, I mean, again, it's sincerely my faith. If I didn't have my faith and I truly felt that it was all up to me and I had to do all this, and I think that's what a lot of people think, I have to fix this. And you kind of feel like you're all alone and the world's on your shoulders. And when I felt like that, I had to remind myself, I'm not alone. And, I have my faith in the Lord, and the Lord, he's going to get me through this. It was a lot of prayer. I had to do the work, but I didn't feel alone. And I felt that I could give him the burden, and that everything was going to be okay. Because even it a lot of times it didn't look like it was going to be okay, but he assured me that it was going to be okay, and it always has been. We've always gotten through the bad times, and Mertech celebrated 25 years this year.
So you're saying like seek help, maybe whatever that form, maybe the higher authority. But like, do you also got help from the friends or family?
Oh, absolutely. I'm remarried. I have a wonderful husband. I have a wonderful, I have a good family and friend structure that were always there for me, and that always supported me. My kids are grown now, and they are amazing. And you know what? And shame on me, I haven't talked about my employees. So this is a funny story. So Lori Krydick, before my last name was Krydick, she's just celebrated this year 20 years of working for me.
Wow.
And I ended up marrying her brother-in-law. So now we share the same last name. But she was there in the very beginning when things went down that were bad with Gentech. And she was one of the people that I said, just give me a year, stick with me. Because there was really no reason for her to stay at the company. I mean, she knew what was going on. It was pretty bad. And I said, just give me a year. And she did. She gave me her commitment. She stayed, and she was my recruiter. So I was the salesperson, and she found me all the people. So the two of us really together, got everything.
Two women
back in. Right, exactly.
So,
let's do women.
Yeah, women.
And at the time, my operations person was female as well. We were all women. And then I hired. Then I hired Paula Fisher. She is still with me. She had never been in staffing. And I hired her, and she was our sourcer, so she would find the resumes. And now she's one of our best recruiters. She's still working for us. Still works at for Mertech. So, I mean, I could have never done this without their loyalty and kind of faith and trust in me that stick with me and we'll get through this.
I think like any company needs like a good teamwork and a good
1,000%.
Yeah, I mean, it's like if somebody's staying with you for that long, probably that should be something that people were running. I give that to you. So having said that, like do you have any plans for the Mertech and in the next 5 years?
Next 5 years? I mean, I think that we just really are focusing on just fixing client problems and continuing to do that, and how or what that looks like, we'll see. But, everybody's, obviously we want to grow. Everybody wants to grow. But I just think just continuing to solve client problems and continuing, maintaining these relationships that we have. I mean, some clients I'm still working with that I worked with back in 2000. So we have a lot of very long.
Once you build that confidence and trust, so you keep coming.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's very interesting. So, like for the youngsters who are watching this video, like what are the main areas now you see job opportunities coming? Like AI, do you see like a lot of opportunities that's coming, and companies are looking for those? Or
yeah, I do. I mean, I'm not seeing a lot of hiring yet, but it's more affected the way that we recruit, and learning how to use AI to help us be better recruiters, better sales managers. That's really what I'm seeing now. But I think a lot of people are afraid that AI is going to take away a lot of jobs, and I'm sure there are in some instances it will, but I also think it's going to create jobs. I mean, I heard someone say before, when the calculator was created, everyone thought, oh, now, we're going to lose our jobs because the calculator is going to do everything for us. But no, it just enhanced, our ability to use the calculator. You have to figure out how to use it to better do your job. And I think AI, hopefully is going to be kind of the same thing.
So, okay. So you may see more opportunities coming in AI, but not yet.
Correct.
Like, because I know like the adjustment of like areas, especially once you grow older, like it's not the youngsters that's a challenge, but I think probably when you're worked for 30 years, 40 years, something like that, and you wanted to find a job and where the AI is taking jobs,
Right.
Which nobody knows for right now.
Yeah, I think
but that there was
no,
like
it's a
always
mystery
like
right now, right.
yeah, hyped stories and all those coming in the media. So that's a good view from your side. So
Yeah, I think you just have to learn how to, you don't want to get left behind, so you need to learn, well, how can I use AI to move more tech forward?
yeah, okay, yeah. So that's a very good advice, like how we can better ourselves to get on a job or an opportunity or a business. Like everything probably can simplify and see an opportunity in anything you see as a hurdle. So coming to looking back your career, like do you encourage women to start businesses like this, not only staffing firm, but like any business, and why you think like women can do better, and what are the resources available when you started, and since then to now? I think there could be a lot of changes happens, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think that just women in business has changed tremendously since I first started, and there's the Women's Business Council. There are a lot of women's groups, but I think the main thing is when you have the vision, if you have the work ethic and the passion for whatever product it is, and plan the work and work the plan, and then you can do it. And the most important thing is who you're hiring, who you have around you. As I mentioned before, my team is everything. Our team at Mertech they are the best. We are very close knit. It's like a family. It's not like a family. It's our work family.
Yeah.
And we care about each other. We lift each other up. We're loyal. We're honest. And it's the people that you hire, the people that are going to work in your company.
Yeah.
That's everything.
So that's a good message, because once you realize, like, if you start treating your company as a family and not just like an employee, then
Correct.
I think you try to
Yes.
work like a team and probably grow.
You do things.
Yeah.
You do things differently when you truly care about them as people and you care about their families. Brian and Ailish run the business. They really want to create a culture and an environment where the employees can thrive and provide, a good living for their families. I mean, that's their goal.
So, like, if few fields, if you want, like, have a suggestion, like, women wanted to start companies, but which areas do you encourage them, or you think like there is opportunities available for women, like if they wanted to start a company, other than like staffing and anything like?
I think anything.
Anything.
My friend's daughter just started. She got a coffee truck, and she has her own coffee business. I mean,
Like it's a mobile coffee.
It's yes.
Yeah,
It's called Frenchie Roast. It's in Hollidaysburg, so it's a little farther out from Pittsburgh. But she had an idea. She had a passion for coffee, and she said, "Hey, I can make money doing this." And she went out and she did it.
Yeah, we had a similar kind of story. Like when I started the podcast, there is another person who wanted to host as well. She had a same kind of business. Like she'll bring the drinks to your place if you have a party. Like it's a mobile drink business. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, means like
I think it's what interests you. I mean, you can make
that's like
you can do a business anything you want. I think it depends on what are you passionate about.
Yeah,
what can you do? What can you offer? And
right at your place.
Do it yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Simplifying the business. So coming back to our rapid fire questions, interesting questions. You can tell one word or one sentence.
Okay.
Best business advice you have ever received?
Well, I think that's hard. I don't know about the ever I've received, but one that comes to mind a lot. My dad told me that you should talk 20% and listen 80%. And in sales, that has always been my mantra. And I think that's really, really good advice, because I think salespeople tend to talk too much and they're not listening to their customers. So my dad said, listen 80%, talk 20.
That's interesting, because I was thinking as well, like talk, like salesperson talk more, and I think that should be the way.
Yeah.
But now you changed everything.
Talk less.
Yeah, talk less. Okay, I'll note that. One person in Pittsburgh you would love to collaborate with.
Pat McAfee on College Game Day. You probably don't even know who I'm talking about, do you?
No.
He's from Pittsburgh, but he's hilarious and his energy's crazy. I'm a big college football fan. I love Alabama, Roll Tide. And so College Game Days, every Saturday, I just, during football season, I can't wait to watch it. And he is hilarious. I don't know what I would collaborate with him on. I just want to be in the same room with him because his energy is off the charts.
Maybe a podcast.
Yeah, I would. That would be fun.
Yeah, like sports.
Hey, Pat McAfee, if you're available.
Yeah, sure.
Let me know.
Pat Mac, are you listening to her? Okay. So your biggest business win so far?
My biggest win. So I think, let's do internal and external. So externally, I think it was when I'd mentioned earlier, the client came to us and said, hey, can you staff in all these other areas that we had not done before? So we didn't let fear and we didn't say, hey, we're IT, I can't do that. We said, yeah, we're recruiters. We think we can do it. And we did it. We did it very well. And we actually pushed the competition out, and we were the sole provider for a long time, for a number of years. So that was probably like the biggest business win externally. But internally, when Mertech acquired Gentech, I was an executive director, so I just ran the Pittsburgh office. But a couple years ago, I don't even know how long it's been now. I think it's been a couple years. But anyway, I was promoted to president of the company. So then I was in charge of the whole company, so Cleveland and Pittsburgh. Until then, we really ran as two different companies. It was Pittsburgh and it was Cleveland. We were under the same Mertech umbrella, but we really didn't do a lot of business together. It was just two different companies. And now we really feel like Cleveland and Pittsburgh, we're one company. There's a lot of collaboration. I mean, recruiters in Pittsburgh work on opportunities in Cleveland, vice versa. And I think internally it was a big change. And I just had this conversation. I was just in Cleveland yesterday, and I was talking to our account manager, Kristen, and she was saying what a difference it is now. She goes, I truly feel like we're one company.
What is one thing people don't know about you?
All right. Well, this is something that, obviously my friends know, maybe other people don't know, but I was Miss Pennsylvania in 1995.
Wow. Then I should come to work for you.
You did.
Yeah, I did, yeah. This is a difficult one. Pittsburgh Pirates or Steelers?
Alabama.
Oh, no. You may lose Pittsburgh.
No, I love the Steelers. I'm frustrated with them right now.
I like the Alabama accent. Your dream for the future in one word?
Retirement.
That's everybody's dream.
That's my dream. I want to move to Alabama or Florida.
Oh, man. Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You have a lot of friends there?
Well, my family, I have a lot of family in Alabama. My kids, but now my kids are in North Carolina, Nashville. So I want to, let's just say we want to go south. My husband wants to get a boat and be on a lake where he can just fish all day. So
that sounds interesting.
Yes. We'll see where I end up. But
because I don't see you have accents, so I don't know.
Well, I wasn't born in Alabama. My mom is from Alabama.
Yeah.
So I have all my cousins, and it's just most of my family is from Alabama, and we go all the time. We go every year and
That's
visit.
Nice. I want to see Alabama.
I love it's my favorite place, and Southern food is my favorite food.
Yeah, one day I'll do an Alabama accent my podcast.
Yeah, I would love to hear that.
What is one piece of advice you give to women who want to start a business? I already asked it, but you can one word.
Oh, in one word? Oh, what can it be? 2 words?
Yeah,
I would say do it.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Thank you. We are done with our rapid fire questions. It's fun. But for the viewers, a lot of people don't know like Stephanie personal story, but the one thing people don't know is Stephanie donated her kidney, which is very difficult thing to do for even many people, even for a family one, but she did it for somebody else. That is the reason she's a star for this podcast. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, it's a great story. So my husband and I, this is, I don't know, however many years ago, we did a mission trip in Madagascar and met a girl. I met a lot of people, but one girl named Sarah. And years after that trip, it was a couple years after, Sarah's husband got a kidney disease that came on, I think, pretty suddenly. He was perfectly fine 1 minute and was having some issues, went to the doctor, and they said, your kidneys are at 10%, and he immediately went on dialysis. So, and I'd never met him at the time. And she just kind of reached out to the team that went to Madagascar and just told us about it and said, pray. She wasn't asking for us to donate a kidney. She was just telling us about it and said, would you pray for my husband? And when I read the message, I just felt that God was telling me, I want you to donate your kidney. Which I was like, what? That's insane. And no, I'm not donating a kidney. I don't even know this guy. But long story short, I prayed about it, talked to my husband. He was not on board. And then I literally asked God, I said, God, I can't do this without my husband supporting me. Within 24 hours, my husband changed his mind and said, yeah, I think this is something you should do. And it was during COVID. So it was 2020.
So recently, yeah.
Yeah, it was in 2020. And we had to wear masks and everything in the waiting room. But I donated my kidney. He went off dialysis and he has been healthy ever since. And that's been, it's 5 years now. And it was honestly one of the best things I've ever done. And I highly suggest it. I thought the bottom line was I thought to myself, 1 or 2 weeks of being uncomfortable, being in some pain versus giving someone a chance at life again. That was the bottom line.
Incredible story. And you have such a big heart. Probably how you did it. And like people think like miracles don't happen. Like feels me like a miracle.
Oh, it was a total miracle, yes. And I knew I was going to be a match. I called Sarah and I said, I'm gonna, because you have to have a lot of tests. They test everything, and you have to be a match. And there's a million different reasons why you can't donate, and on. Because his family members had tried, and nobody, could do it, or for one reason or another. And I just knew that. I knew when I had decided I was going to do it that I was going to be a match, and I was going to donate it. So
yeah, still I'm still in shock when you first said it. So that is the faith I think we all run. I think the humanity still, this is a good example. Like you're not only running a business, like you did a thing like nobody in a million would think like will do it.
I didn't think I was going to do it.
And you don't know this person, like
right.
Wow, like I'm still shocked when you said that. I was not expecting that from you. So yeah, really, and interesting story. Again, Stephanie, is there anything you wanted to tell our audience and who is watching, like one last message from your side, whether it is personal or for women, anything specific?
I think that sometimes we look at women in business or women that are owning a business and that are successful, and we think, oh, they have it all together and they don't have any problems and they just go through life and it's just all wonderful. But that's not reality, and everyone goes through challenges and good times and bad times, and just that you're not alone, and that if you're starting a business or thinking about starting a business, or maybe you're 5 years into it and you're hitting a wall, or you have a big challenge that you're facing, that it can be okay, and you just have to keep going, and just don't give up.
Stephanie, it's been amazing learning about your journey and experiences, from mentorship and legacy to leading innovation at MoodTech. Your story truly reflects the power of staying rooted while growing forward. To our listeners, if you enjoyed this conversation, don't forget to like, subscribe in Star Podcast, and share this episode with someone who loves stories of leadership and transformation. Stay inspired and keep building your own legacy. Also, don't forget, your feedback and support is very important for us. See you next week with another inspiring star. Thank you very much for your time today.